We're going to demonstrate a recovery phone recently changed by sending the code to the phone. Before we continue, I would like to add another recording device, which is the camera. Using the camera to fix my sweatband to demonstrate the concept of vanity phone number that spells a domain name. In other words, a URL trail. As you can see on my sweatband, you see the two lines. The first one is 305 ontrial.biz, which is a domain name and domain name extension, and the second one is the equivalent phone number that spells that domain name. So now we are going to proceed with the code verification that Google's requires. So I'm going to click the button to get the code and enter it to verify that the user is me. Now that it sends the phone verification code to my phone, I'm going to enter it.
Okay, and the Google number is 503
503
328.
328. So this is typically a 6-digit code starting with G for Google, for example. Once you enter it, it accepts that this is you, and then you can proceed with adding a forward address. Already have the forward address. So now what you have to do is go to the bottom. I stop the disable forwarding option and I have to go to the bottom and save it. Save changes, which I forgot to do before. When you forget to do that and Google doesn't send you the proper alert, you lose the number that is attached. And now it is saying saving, which means that it is done. So another thing that you can do is send an email to yourself with a document that articulates what are the issues and also upload it to the Google Drive, but send it to another email address so in case they cause you not to be able to log in, I copied it from the notebook and now I'm going to compose an email and send it to one of my other email addresses, like Dr. A. Rush at gmail.com. Then the topic is going to be a file name that I'm going to attach. This is a text file name, Control V, that contains some details about this topic. Control V also in the body of the email and in the subject of the email to remind me to make some notes on another computer so when this computer is fried or lost, I have another computer that I can back it up to. At the same time, I want also to upload it to the Google Drive. So I'm going to select here the option of Drive and select plus folder upload. And I'm going to upload the folder that contains this article. but I want to keep only the folder path and remove the rest of it. So I'm going to mark the rest of it for deletion and delete it and keep only the folder. Click upload and click upload again and watch that it uploads the document to the cloud. By so doing, I've finished documenting this account, which is Mob Seeing AI, not handle Google Voice because it was too new. So Google requires aging a certain account before you can add a Google Voice to that account. So if you want to secure this particular phone number, as I wanted to do, you have to mount it on another Google Voice account that is old enough, a week or 2 weeks old, in order to keep the number. The next thing we want to do is eliminate comply with some other requirements that Google makes concerning outbound calls. So here's an example of a Google Voice number, USA clock.work, that received a message that the Google Voice number will expire in 30 days unless the user makes an outbound call or send a text message. So I'm going to copy this message to the clipboard by Control C. Then pull out a file where I store the various calls and documents that I make. So this is a notepad file. Previously, I was dealing with the Vault Tutor Co account, and now I'm dealing with another account, which is usaclock.work. So I want to delete the message concerning the number that will expire because I'm going to make an outbound call. So I'm going to delete this message and then try to log into another account to make the outbound call. At this point, I want to copy the account name to the clipboard buffer so I can paste it into the next step with Control C, or simply go to Edit and copy. Then I want to go to another account, in this case, Wheezy Forecast or Wheezy Forecast, and try to log into another account. So I scroll down to the very end where it says Add another account. And then I examine a list of additional accounts, choose an account dialog box that Google provides, and add and click the use another account yet again, where I paste in Control V the account that I want to log into, and then click next, and then click next again, enter your password, and then that I'm in, I say not now, I don't want to do anything else but deal with the current issue, which is check the email and see if there are any emails that need to be deleted, which there are two of them here, 1 and 2. So I mark them and I delete them. And now that I deleted them, these were outdated email messages that I no longer need. I want to click the waffle and navigate to the voice account where I want to make an outbound call to 800 ChatGPT. Also note that this has to be a call that is longer than 30 to 15 seconds or something like that for Google to approve it as a legitimate outbound call. Now I enter the call to be made, then press and try to see if it will work. Help me deal domain name with my domain name USA USA Clockwork. Can you repeat the domain name? That's right. And I'm trying to develop it into a domain and name that will deal with trade, that will deal with something that works well, like a clockwork. One of the ideas that I'm considering is AI, artificial artificial intelligence. Yes, I would like to incorporate it in AI callers, AI that can receive inbound calls like 800 chat GPT and make outbound calls. Yeah, more something else like lead generation. Yes. Give me some ideas. How can somebody that does AI consulting generate leads? Yes, they all sound interesting. The trouble is that AI callers do not work so well, like 800 chat GPT. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work, and sometimes it works incorrectly by attaching all kinds of information, irrelevant information to a phone call. Yes, I'm working already with the VAPI AI, which is a specialized company that deals with AI callers. Yes, I would like advice also about ChatGPT. When I make an outbound call to 800 ChatGPT, it comes back with some kind of a company. Instead of saying that it is ChatGPT, it comes up with some Gestao Ativos Ltda, some name of a company that I don't know, and I cannot figure out how is it related to ChatGPT. There is no connection. No, I'm already trying to do that. Another problem is that I have a Google Voice number that is not programmable, and I would like to convert it from Google Voice from a regular VoIP number to a programmable VoIP number. Yes, I'm exploring. What is it called? This name of the company that we're going to see today? Vantage. I'm exploring Vantage because they're more eager to work with new companies. What do you think about Vantage? That is where I have a problem because I want to teach it in my class, and I want to have a company that can handle all of my students so each student can get a programmable phone number and start developing an AI caller. And I'm not sure that they have enough numbers to deal with 100 students at a time in batch processing manner, so I can transfer all of them at once, and I didn't have to fool around with one number at a time. What do you think? Are you still there? Okay, bye. Now I finished the discussion. I have to conclude my documentation effort to upload the folder that I made especially for this account that is called open paren USA close paren clock.work. And now I'm trying to upload the whole folder with my notes to the cloud so that if the machine is fried or lost, I'll be able always to log into the cloud and retrieve the information. So Google replied that it uploaded the one document. So I go back to my notes, place an X in front of the C colon, noting that I saved the folder, and after that I type one, the number one, indicating that I uploaded one file. And I conclude this section by segregating it from the rest of the notes with a special character like a greater than sign or some brace. I will choose for now a close paren on the end and open paren at the top at the beginning. This way I will segregate it for the remaining of the file, make it easier to locate and understand. Then I go file save again and look into another account that may need some attention. So I'm looking for another account that has a Google Voice issue, and this looks like the one I need, which is with dial ABC. So I'm going to copy this little message, Control C to my clipboard buffer, then go back to my notepad and start a new section that will be opening brace, few couple of enters and Control V to paste the message, and then close braces, so that will segregate it from the remainder of my notes. Then I need to delete this message since I'm going to make an outbound call so the Google Voice number will not expire within 30 days. And then I need to log into with Dial ABC to see if I can deal with that. Okay, at this point, I need to log into this new account. So I'm going to the current account, which was USA Clockwork, and scroll down and then click add another account. Then repeat again, go to the very bottom for the choose an account dialog box and select add another account yet, and then paste this new account Control V with dial ABC and click next. And then next again with the password. And now that I'm logged in, I want to look into the Gmail account. Notice that there's some various Google Voice alerts that are no longer relevant, so I mark all the emails for deletion. This number will expire in 30 days. There's one message here that I need to check out. Don't want to delete this one message. Let me look what is this message about and copy to my notes. Actually, sure. Or dial ABC. That's the message. Dial ABC. Okay, so this is the message again. So I have to just copy to my clipboard from my email, which I already did. So I can go back and delete all of them. I got two of them, so I need to delete all of them because I know that I'm going to take care of it. So here I'm deleting all of them. Then I want to go to the Google Voice account, make an outbound call to ChatGPT. So here I try to make an outbound call. Let's see if it works. Allow mic access. So that I allowed already mic access, but it's getting confused. Hi, I'm ChatGPT, an AI assistant. Just so you know, our conversation may be reviewed for safety. By continuing this call, help me deal with my domain name with dial ABC for vanity numbers. Yeah, I got the provider. I have already a number with Google Voice, and I wonder now how should I further develop it. And business purposes. Yes, but I wanted to act as an AI caller, so you can call the AI and the AI wizard, so to speak, and ask it how to convert from vanity number to the digits, like from whiz dial ABC to the equivalent digits of area code 949 342 5222. Yes, that is right. But the challenge is to make this phone number programmable. So for that reason, I have to transfer it to another provider, like Vantage. And Yes, Vantage support porting, but I want to port a whole class of numbers, not one number at a time. So it needs to be not only porting, but porting a batch of numbers, so I don't have to deal with them individually. And that is not easy to do. I have to port it out of Google Voice and into Vantage. Do you know how I can provide it? Yes, in fact, I'm going to attend a seminar today about porting numbers, but I never thought about the word bulk porting, which I have to mention to them. Bulk porting. And also, I'm not sure if Google can handle bulk porting out, and I'm afraid that I will create some kind of a confusion where I would lose some of the numbers in transition. What do you think? How can I port out bulk porting out of Google? I'm going to get in touch with them later today, but the problem is also porting it out of Google Voice in bulk, and that is not so simple because there is nobody to talk to at Google, especially since the voice phone numbers are free. And because they are free, there is no bill to send. What do you think? Another thing that I'm trying to do is comply with Google Voice and make outbound calls every 90 days. And now that I made a call to 800 Chat GPT, I need to document it. Can you hear me? So I saved it in multiple locations. I saved my notepad notes in multiple locations on the cloud and on the local device, and on the local device in two different subfolders. One is my Google Voice subfolder off of my document subfolder, and another one is my Wiz Dial ABC subfolder in its own subfolder. So I have two subfolders to document this outbound call so I can remember what I've done and deal with it. And now I'm ready to go and look if there are any more numbers that I need to deal with. And here's another number that I need to deal with. And this is xstrategy.c. So I'm copying the message out of the email that Google Voice emailed to me. And now I'm going to paste it in my notepad in another section. So I'm making some space at the top of the folder, and I will mark it with open brace, the top of the message, paste it into the notepad, and end it with a close brace. This way, everything related to this account will be stored in this area of the file, segregated by open and close braces. At this point, I'm ready to copy the account name to the clipboard buffer with Control C, and then try to navigate to the uh, email, open email account that I can log into it. So here I'm opened one of my email accounts, and I scroll to the bottom and add another account. I clicked it. Now I'm looking to find if there is another account for it that is available there. The answer is no. So I submit another, use another account. And the problem with it, it is so boring and repetitive that I fall asleep every time I'm trying to do that. Here is X strategy C, so I selected it. Then I click next to enter the password. Then I click next again to complete the password entry. And then it asks me if I want to sign in a new profile, and I say no thanks. I don't want to sign any new profile. And I don't want to do anything else either. I just want to look at the Gmail account and see if I need to get rid of some Gmail messages, which I do. So I mark them all for deletion and delete them. And then I'm going to navigate to Google Voice. So I scroll down. No, I go to the waffle and then I scroll down to look for the Google Voice icon, which is a phone, which I clicked to see whether I still retain the account, and the answer is yes. And this is going to be xstrategy.ai. So I'm going to make a call, outbound call to Google Voice and see whether I can to ChatGPT, see if I can discuss it with them. Help me figuring out how can I further develop my domain name. X strategy. I have a phone number and a domain name that spells xstrategy.ai. Can you repeat it? Yes. No dashes, but just plain xstrategy.ai. Right. Help me decide on what kind of strategies can I can I develop to teach companies how to develop their own AI crawler strategies. Sounds great, which is what I've done exactly, but it is hard to find a company that is prepared to start something new like AI callers when the AI hallucinates too much. Yeah, that's what I thought. So I approached the city of Coral Gables that I is interested in developing pilots, and I told them that we will develop a caller AI pilot to handle calls from the public so that it will ease up their load on their call center, but it will keep the call center operator in the loop. Yes, they showed interest and they're going to meet with me, and I wanted to give them a description specifically how can I keep the human in the loop while I have a conversation with a AI crawler. And I was thinking to use Google Zoom and also another provider that enables video and audio call conferences. That sounds great. I have to refine the pitch by setting up some examples which I'm going to use on my class at that I teach at the university. So I'm teaching a class online using a Zoom webinar, but sometimes Zoom webinar hangs up or has technical problems. So I wanted to make it more error prone protection by using another provider of video calls. So while the AI caller is online, I can also have a member of the call center of Coral Gables listening and monitoring it in real time. And whenever there is a problem, join the conversation between the caller and the AI chat bot. Yeah, that is not good because they are expensive, and I'm dealing with students that already are overloaded with expenses. So I have to find something that is free and is free to have a video call, like like Zoom webinars are free to the public. So that will be a good candidate. I need to find somebody else that is just like a Zoom seminar. Yeah, I want WhatsApp. Yes, but I think that maybe WhatsApp will work better because a lot of my students are international and they are using already WhatsApp. And the problem is that they have international phone numbers which may not work with anything else. Yes, my group will be about 30 students at a time because I have multiple sections Even though each section is larger than 30 students, many times a third of the students doesn't show up. So even if there are 40 students in the class, 30 students or 32 students on a video calls will be enough. What other platform besides WhatsApp enables free international phone calls and video calls? Yes, and it is not only for that purpose, it is also the same regardless of what platform the students have, whether they have a PC or a Mac or a Unix or a Linux, whether they have a phone or a computer. It works equally well on all the different hardware and software platforms. What else works so well on all the different platforms and is free? Do you know? Yes, I'm trying to figure out what is the maximum number of students that can be on one video call. I know that WhatsApp is limited to 32, but I'm not sure about Skype and Google Meet. Also, when the internet is down, WhatsApp operates also on the cellular network. So even if TCP IP is down, we can use the cellular network. And Skype and Google Meet do not work on phone numbers like WhatsApp. What do you think? What's the maximum number of video phone calls can be done in a group for Google Meet and Skype? Would they work well with the international phone numbers like WhatsApp? So, what do you think? What is the maximum international video calls that Skype and Google Meet can handle? How many people are? What is the maximum number of people that Skype and Google Meet can handle on a group video call? Just let me finish now. Please let me. I'm in the middle of a recording. Please let me finish. Now I need to make another call to another account, and I exceeded the maximum. So I'm going to go back and try to log out of all accounts. Sign out of all accounts and then log back into some of these accounts. We'll start with Dr. S. Rush. And I have to log into another account. Firms on trial. Now that I logged in, don't want to use anything else and do anything else. Just let me get rid of this Google thread that I would lose my number. So here I have to delete all the outdated email messages and then go to Google Voice. So I click on the waffle and scroll down to voice and see if I can make an outbound call. Help me figure out what to do with my account. Firms on trial. It is firms. FIRMZ. Firms on trial. Yes, I'm talking about expert with expert expert witness testimony and also expert witness testimony being on trial regarding some firms in compliance or code violation. That's that's right. That's right, and that is only one area. The other area is firms that are on trial in terms of their technology, testing their technology, like new technology, like AI callers, like 800 Chat GPT. That's that's exactly right. So, two main areas: one is expert witness testimony and computer litigation support, and the other one is a firm's new technology, such as AI, that hallucinates too much or can cause all kinds of problems. Yes, how can I provide rail guards for these AI systems that hallucinate too much and minimize the hallucination and control it? Yes, I was thinking to use YOLO. You only look once. Sounds great, and this is what I'm focusing in. I found companies that already are working in it, and I would like to partner with them, like Pixie Bot and Seeing AI from Microsoft. Yes, I've reached out to Picky Bag, Picky Bot, and I invited the developer to be a guest speaker, but he's in India. And when I teach my class, it will be 3 o'clock in the morning or 2 o'clock in the morning in India. So the times are such that they make it difficult to have him come to the online class as a guest speaker. So the question is, how can I circumvent the challenges and meet them head on and solve the problem? Yes. More importantly, I'm streaming and recording my classes, so I was thinking to take some videos from my classes and send it to him, in which we are teaching about his program. Yes, so I already called him and discussed with him one time, and I have to do another follow up call. But I wanted to experiment with my classes first to see how the students will react. Yes, I wanted to include the topic of using Pickybot in the project of the students making up a website with video object detection and video object explanation, which is what the Pickybot is doing. Yes, and also meets the developer's need, that the developer is interested in getting feedback from the students. So 800 ChatGPT hung up on me, so we will continue the discussion later. In the meantime, I just wanted to show how this phone number firms on VoIP can be used to deal with the VoIP, especially as it applies to AI callers. So I'll call this folder Firms on Trial. And since they gave me the wrong number, I will change it to Firms on VoIP. 6864 translates to Firms on VoIP. Firms, instead of on trial, will say on VoIP. Firms on VoIP, which stands for Voice over IP. I mark it with the number 1 since only one file was uploaded, and that's the conclusion of this story. Okay, that seems to be taking care of all my numbers that need to be processed for this purpose, the Google Voice number. It seems like I don't have any more Google Voice numbers that I have to deal with. Those that will expire anytime soon. So by now I'm ready to call it quits for now. This phone number already stopped working, which I don't want it to work. So I have to stop the recording now. So I want to go to MSN Recorder Max